Hello there guys, this is Caleb, and this will just take 1 second. Today we got a nice little deck. We got a Braid of Fire, Upwelling, Tamanoa combo. So what is Tamanoa? Here's Tamanoa here. It's a little 3-cost. Whenever a non-creature source you control deals damage, you gain that much life. So if you Lightning Bolt something, gain 3 life. If you were to say Pyrohemia something, you'd gain all that life. I think you can see where we're going. We take this Braid of Fire, play it early, make a lot of mana. Community Upkeep makes a lot of mana. We don't take mana burn anymore, so that's great. We can store that mana using Upwelling, so that if we need it later, we can have it ready to go. That helps us build towards a big Banefire. Or play a big creature or a big Planeswalker, like Spawnsire of Ulamog, Sarkhan the Masterless. What do we do if we run into an aggro deck, you might be wondering, since we're a high-end deck? Well, we have these cheap cards, like Starstorm, helps clear the board. It costs like 3 mana to deal 1 damage to everything. Pyrohemia is naturally good against the aggro deck. It can kill them off real fast. Now we have special ways to take advantage of this Pyrohemia, dealing damage to everything, and that would be dinosaurs from Ixalan, like Ripjaw Raptor. Whenever it's dealt damage, you draw a card. And Cacophodon. When Cacophodon is dealt damage, you untap a permanent. That goes really well with another permanent we have just because of this. Darksteel Garrison. It makes our land indestructible, and whenever the land is equipped to becomes tapped, target creature gets +1/+1. So if we put this on a mountain, or anything that produces red, and it becomes tapped for Pyrohemia, it will give anything +1/+1, which, if it's Cacophodon, means that Cacophodon will never die to Pyrohemia. Meaning you can infinitely just continue that loop of untapping your Cacophodon, untapping your land, tapping the land for mana, powering up your Cacophodon, and then dealing a damage to the Cacophodon, which, if you have a higher life total than your opponent, you win. I really like this list. I found it in the group chat not too long ago, and I decided to upgrade it and make it a little bit more interesting. I have ways to take advantage of the excess mana with cycling lands and the Starstorms, and the Spawnsire of Ulamog can turn that extra mana I make during my upkeep if I don't have Upwelling into little Eldrazi tokens. And now let's talk about the sideboard. It's pretty standard what you'd see in a black-green, well, green-white-red sideboard. We've got Return to Natures, which gets rid of artifacts, enchantments, and cards from graveyard. All good. Ravenous Trap, in case we really need to get rid of somebody's graveyard, like against a Hermit Druid. Because there's not too much they can do against Pyrohemia when you have Ravenous Trap as well to back it up. And then if we run into a mill deck, we have Gaia's Blessing to make sure that they can't mill us out. Vexing Trisha, just because we really don't like counterspells here. He can't be countered. Sure, he can be killed, but so can anything, really. Now, you might be wondering why we have 6 of our sideboard slots dedicated to Eldrazi. That would be that Spawnsire of Ulamog, if we go back to it. For 20 mana, you can cast any number of Eldrazi spells from among cards you own outside the game without paying their mana costs. So that's effectively getting you 45 mana worth of Eldrazi spells, all for 20 mana. 3 of them are Pathrazers of Ulamog because they have Annihilator 3 and they can only be blocked by 3 or more creatures. Breaker of Armies so that the Pathrazers can just get through automatically because everything has to block the Breaker of Armies. And then an Endbringer, because he can tap for damage, he can make stuff not block. He's a good utility Eldrazi. This deck is very fun. I think it's can be upgraded definitely. We have 3 white sources for 5 white cards. I don't know if that's the right ratio, but I'm still working on it. But if you enjoy this deck, you can go down to the description, get it from there, and if you want to see more, just hold on. I'll be posting more of this later. Thank you guys. That's been just 1 second. I'll see you all next time.